Let's go ahead and crown Tainari because why not? He's a cool character. I had this character on my other account and I completely leveled him up to 90. I'm pretty sure if I haven't forgotten. And then I also think I crowned him just because I like his playstyle. His burst looks cool. I like the color combinations even though they kind of look a bit disorganized because everything, like there's so many colors. There's orange, there's blue, there's green, there's just a lot going on. But the character, it suits him for some reason. It just looks really pleasing to the eyes. It looks really nice. And the little details on the back also look pretty good. This looks crispy, at least for me. I don't know if the video looks just as good as I can see it, but I hope so. With that said, let's get working on Tainari. Let's see how far we can get with him. My Tainari is it Tainari or Tinity? I'm going to go with Tainari. Little animal dude, right? He's just a level 40. Do I have anything? We farmed for him. I don't. You see, I still got to collect the specialties along with the boss materials. No Dendril, Jade's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but we will get there 100%. This might be the biggest issue though. So this video might be spread out through several days. Unless I go into someone else's world and just collect all of the lotuses. It doesn't look too bad. At least the boss that I have to fight isn't as annoying as some other characters that I very well know of. For the weapon, I only have the slingshot. I'm not sure there's anything else. Why is he making that smug face? What? I've never seen that. Why is he so smug? I've never seen that. What the fuck? Was that a bug? Is that a bug? Is that? Why is he so smug? What the fuck is happening? For his talents, I don't have him leveled up. Of course, he's level 40. Come on now. But the goal will be, obviously, because he uses charge attacks most of the times, we're going to crown his basic attack. And I really like his elemental skill, but it really doesn't do much aside from applying Dendro. His ultimate looks amazing. So ideally, I would want to crown his basic attacks and his elemental burst because, I don't know, I just like the way the elemental burst looks. Same with the elemental skill. They look pretty cool. I'm not sure I'll be crowning it though because this really doesn't do much. For his weapon, I only have the slingshot because, well, there's benefits normal and charge attacks, which is mostly what you'll be doing with Tainari or Tinari. Sorry, you'll be pretty much just charge attacking most of the time. There's no way you're just gonna be hitting basic attacks, dealing physical damage. It's not possible. He's gonna suck complete ass. So don't even try it. Do I want a specific bow on him later on? Probably not, because I don't have anything crazy. Fortunately, this one scales off of HP. So he's not really gonna benefit from that at all, I'm pretty sure, but slingshot should be good. It's a 3-star weapon, but it's one of the most powerful 3-star weapons when it comes to like DPS characters that can use it, like Tainari or even Sethos. As long as you are not too far from the target, right? So it travels pretty quickly, you'll always get the damage bonus, which is kind of annoying that you have to fight close range with a bow character, but you gotta get the buff somehow, right? And if you have a shielder or a healer, it doesn't really matter, honestly. People use stringless on him? Oh, right, because it deals elemental burst damage too. So I guess stringless would be pretty viable as well, just for the elemental burst damage. So yeah, it would be pretty good too. I'm just going with slingshot because I want to be on field with them most of the time. Artifacts, I already got that covered. I'm on a journey to get ones that have 4 substats because I like the little glow effect that they added to the game. I just like it. It's majestic. Looks pretty nice. I don't have like crazy pieces, but this one has potential because it has double crit rolls, but I don't really have anything worth leveling up aside from it, so that's very unfortunate. Now that I've showed you what I'm working with, maybe we should begin farming for the boss. Now, do we have any resin for the boss? Let's check together. No, we don't. So that means I'll have to wait until tomorrow to do the boss. This was pointless. I could have just done the intro tomorrow. So it is the next day, and we have the resin necessary to fight the boss. Obviously, we need like 46 of the little boss materials. So unfortunately, this will have to be either a 2-day thing of farming for the boss, or I could just use a couple of my fragile resin, which I do have, and also the transient resin. We have 7 fragile resin, 2 transient resin, which I'm still not going to use yet. I'm not sure if I'll have enough of the boss materials if I just farm for him, but let's just begin. Let's just get into it. Too much talking.
Let's go. みんながそばにいる。じゃあ行くよ。わけ山の地。さあ働きなさい。悪用の力を思い知りなさい。聞け太陽の本能を。
Now we just have to do that a couple more times and we should have enough of the materials. Now that that's done, we only got 15 out of 46, which I'm contemplating if I should use fragile resin or even the transient resin that I have, which would just equal to like 120 fragile resin or 120 resin, which is not really enough for the amount of jumps that I require. Now the whole fragile resin, I'm saving it for a future character, Nefer, right? So Nefer comes out and there'll be probably a new domain, artifact domain for that specific character. And I want to save as much as I can for Nefer. But I might say just fuck it and just use it for Tignity just to build him and get over and done with. Because I really like the character. The character looks good. I'm never going to use him for a team, like I mentioned before, because, well, he's outdated as fuck and he's not really that powerful. Unless Lauma can somehow just pick him out the grave and be like, hey, you can be viable again. Not as good as Vika or Skirk or, you know, Flynn's when he comes out, but good enough to clear the abyss, right? Don't come anywhere near Stygian Onslaught. You're not gonna have a good time over there. And eventually, I mentioned this before, I just want to have every character at level 80 out of 90 or 90 out of 90. All right, so I made up my mind and we are going all in with the fragile resin. Well, not really all in, but enough to get us to 46 of the materials that I need from this boss. So let's just go bully it a little bit. But this time, I want to use a different team because, yeah, Mavika is not powerful enough, apparently. Say hello to the destruction team, even though, again, it might not one-shot like Mavika was doing almost. I'm pretty sure Mavika could one-shot. I was just not getting, like, crits. And, but I'm talking too much. Let's just get to the fucking farming. Alright, so we've gathered all of the boss materials that we required. There's one thing that I forgot to mention with collecting these spores, right? Let me educate you on how annoying it is to really farm for this. You just need a very specific team, but if something goes wrong, everything can be fucked over. So you see these inactivated fungal nucleus, right? These are very annoying to come by because, well, if you for some reason are fighting fungi and you use pyro, right? I think it's pyro. They all of a sudden, instead of dropping spores, they drop this annoying variant. It's the same shit if you use electro, which, okay, cool. Nice, amazing. I think if you use hydro, which killing it with bloom would give you the spores, but I'm pretty sure using electro and pyro will give you the fungal nucleus, which is not what we want, but it's really annoying because, well, I just that's what I have. I have electro on the team, so yeah, bro, I hate this game. Fathom or wanderer. That's another thing. If you use Animo, well, it won't really do anything. It won't react to anything. It'll just give you the spores. So who can we remove? Zhongli. All right, so Zhongli, sir, I need to replace you with Teknari because I also need to pinpoint the locations. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. So for the specialties, we ended up going from, I think it was 18 to 72, which is not a crazy jump. I'm still missing a couple of spots because apparently I haven't completed the quests around there or the puzzles according to the game. Like, I explored this. Never mind, I didn't. I haven't explored this at all. All right, so day 3 will be when I hope we finish all of this farming because it's taking a bit, and you know, on day 3, we will do our best to collect as many of the lotuses as possible, because the fungi, they're pretty easy. Just start a bounty, you know, get it over and done with. I got a bit of them, but not enough, unfortunately. See you guys on day 3. Oh my gosh, man, this is gonna this is the last day, let's hope, because the flowers refreshed. The weekly boss is still available, and I think is the dragon a pep that we have to fight. I think this is a pep. No, this is not a pep. This is like the weird little... Okay, no, it is guardian of a pep's oasis. So the guardian of a pep, that's what we need to fight for the materials. And thankfully, it drops the little gemstones for him, so I don't have to worry about that. And we should be fine. And then the one thing that we have to worry about after that is the artifacts. See if the artifacts are any good, see how they roll. That's about it. Again, it doesn't really matter. This character is just going to be for show, because I won't be using him on any teams, if I'm being 100% honest. He's just for the sake of, you know, being there, looking pretty, like a collector's item. I'm not calling him an item, or is a video game character, honest. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I'm gonna go collect the little flowers, the lotuses that I require, the remaining lotuses. I won't be able to quite get 165, but I should be able to get enough to get him to level 80 out of 80, if I'm not mistaken. But I want him to be 80 out of 90, right? So yeah, with that said, let's go collect these lotuses and get down and ready for leveling him up, which I hope we have enough wits for. Probably don't, but you know, a person can dream. So for the sake of my mental, and the fact that I am working on 2 other characters that I want to crown that are very important, aside from Tignati, of course, and those characters are Furina and what's her name, Skirk. And they are obviously going to be used way more often than my little fox guy, or whatever animal he is here. So yeah, what's gonna happen is he's gonna be level 80 out of 80, because, well, I'm not waiting 2 more days to collect the lotuses, just because I'm too lazy to watch a video and follow along. So yeah, this was gonna happen. He's gonna be level 80 out of 80, because, well, he's not very important. I'm not saying that he's not a good character. You can use him on certain things in the overworld. If anything, he'll be useful. Aside from that, he is pretty out of the meta. He's pretty out of the meta. There's nothing that he can... There's no teams that he can pair up with and do good with, unfortunately. Not that I know of, right? But yeah, let's just get him to level 80 out of 80. And the number one issue with this here is, you're going to see, I don't have enough wits, but let's just ascend him, get him up there. And yeah, not enough wits, unfortunately. So it might be level 70 out of 80, if we're being realistic. But let's hope that we can... Yeah. Level 70 out of 80. That's not bad. Now you may ask yourself, well, this was fucking pointless. You know, you don't even have enough resources to get him to level 80. To that I say, fuck you. In all seriousness, I'm joking. I love you very much. Thank you for being here. So, what we will do though is craft these little powders, this dust. And yeah, it might be like a throwaway video if anything, but I'm just, instead of throwing it away, I'm gonna upload it. There's no point in throwing it away if it's already edited and recorded. I just went through all of that to just, what, throw it in the bin just because I think it's bad and you think it's not worth watching, or maybe there's too many flaws. With us, too fucking bad. So here we go. We are going to leave him at level 70 out of 80, which in my opinion is pretty reasonable. And if anything, I should leave him a level 70 out of 70, because again, he's just here to be pretty much a pretty cute decoration for the account. Just to save resources as well, because I am spending a lot of more on this character that I'm not even going to upgrade or get up there to a crazy high level. Now, we are level 70 out of 80, which if I ever want to get him up there, or if Lauma comes out and she somehow just immediately brings Tignati back into the meta somehow, or even makes him powerful enough to clear floors, then I'll just do the final push and get him to level 80 out of 90. With that said, let's see what we can upgrade for his talents and see if we have any more remaining. Huge miscalculation. We can't really crown him if it's not at level 80 out of 90. So what I did was leave him at level 811 because, well, everything else is kind of shit except for the ultimate. So we might have to dump some of the materials into the ultimate. Listen, I'm not trying to farm for this. I only get 3. Oh wow, that's actually pretty good. This video sucks, and I think I might scrap it. You know when you have an idea to make a video and you're so certain that, oh man, that definitely will work, I definitely am ready, but then you realize you're not very well prepared. That's what's happening with this video. And normally I would just scrap it, just like the other videos of every other character that I wanted to upgrade. And just, you know, some of the characters that I have upgraded, I just never uploaded the videos because, well, they ended up like this one. I just never had enough. And the farming took way longer than a week. So this is what's happening right now. And this is what will happen. I'm going to end the video here, right? But I will still upload the video, even though it's a failure, right? And let's see a little experiment. Because in this one, there was a bit of a sauce within it, right? Like, I felt a bit energetic at the very beginning, but now I feel defeated because, again, I don't have enough of whatever I need to crown him, unfortunately. So how about we end this video here? I'll be a little more efficient and more optimized with my farming. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself, and thank you for watching. Yep, that was pathetic.